Today we're going to talk about increasing the quality of our leaps through flexibility. We have to be able to have the flexibility to keep that leg up in the air and hold it while the other leg is being held in the air at the same time. And then when we kick out, that back leg kicks forward, and that one also needs to be flexible as well. So let's talk about a few exercises we can do to improve our flexibility. I like to take a stretch band or a partner, if you have one. We're going to lay on our back. I'm going to loop this around my toe. Make sure it's secure so it doesn't flip you on the face. Okay, I'm going to tighten it so it has some tension. And I'm going to pull, I'm going to lower my standing leg, my laying leg, I guess I should say. And I'm going to pull my leg toward me. Now you should feel this in your hamstring. I'm also trying to keep my leg turned out because when I'm doing a leap, I want to be able to have flexibility while being turned out. So I'll pull that towards myself. I hold that for 20 seconds, and then I'm going to hold on to this, but I'm going to push. I'm going to push on that. If you have a partner, you can push a lot harder. I'm afraid of breaking the band. If you have a tough band or you have a partner, you really push. And that gives the opposing muscle, which also is needed to be flexible and strong. So again, pull it towards you, legs turned out, both legs straight, knees straight, and pull it toward you. The goal is to get your leg flat to your ear. Right? And then you would hold on tight and push the other direction. So you have opposing stretches. Okay, I would do that on both legs. Another great one for helping with that flexibility is to put your band on both feet. Pull it towards you. I'm actually gonna just put it under me like that this time. And I'm gonna sit up tall with a tall giraffe neck, tall and hold in my tummy. So when you're stretching, you wanna lengthen everything first and then round your back and lean forward. The goal would be to get your nose to your knee while your legs are straight. Wherever you're at is just fine, you just start there. Pull yourself forward. Now, the key to flexibility, one of the things you have to be aware of is that you need to be able to push through a little bit of discomfort. Obviously, if you've got something happening that, you've got a muscle that's tearing, or, well, I guess it's always muscles tearing when you're stretching, but if you've got something that is an injury going on, you don't want to continue that. But in order to increase your flexibility, you're going to have to push through a little bit of uncomfortableness. Now, if you have a partner helping you do this stretch, they would stand behind you, you would lift up, and then go forward and round, and they would push in between your shoulder blades so that you could go further and further and further. If you have a partner, I suggest that you take a big breath, have them push forward and count to 10, then release and do it 3 times and see how far you can get. I think you'll be surprised. So that's a really great one for stretching. Okay, we like to do a combination of a runner's stretch, and I think I'll do this to the side so you can see, where I'm leaning forward, and this should be stretching you right here on your quads. So lean forward and really stretch that out. Now I have my knee and my front foot and my back foot are parallel to each other in that my front foot is going straight forward, my back foot is pointing straight back, so I don't have anything weird, any weird lines going on. I'm just going to push forward in that stretch. Then I'll sit up, I'll put my heel down with my toes up, and then I'm going to scoot my toes toward me just a little bit to square up my hips. Now I'm going to lean forward and stretch down to my knee. Keep your toe up to the ceiling, and if you need more of a stretch, pull your leg toward you. You don't want to sit down like this. That's not stretching the correct muscle. So you're stretching that hamstring right there. Okay, then I want you to put your foot next to your knee. So let's see if I move forward a bit. You might notice that better. Okay, so I'm putting my foot here, and I'm going to turn this way so you can see what I'm doing. I'm gonna put my heel all the way down on the floor next to my knee. And then I'm gonna push forward. Now my bum is kind of sitting down, but that's not the movement I'm focusing on. I'm focusing on pushing my knee down so that I can keep the heel on the floor and get this nice Achilles stretch. My back foot is either resting curled under with my toes or just resting with it down. I like to kind of rotate it around a little bit, see where it's tight, and then stretch into it where it's tight. And then you would repeat that on both sides. And then the last one that I suggest, that I really like to do for flexibility, is to find an empty wall and do a straddle to the wall. Scoot over so you can see my foot. Okay, I have my legs turned out and my toes are pointed. And then I'm going to try and increase or decrease the distance between myself and the wall. And I'll sit here and stretch for about 30 seconds. After I've done that, I'm going to relax for a minute, sit up, try and sit closer again, and stretch again. We'll do that 3 times. Then I'm going to lay down using my elbows to bring myself down. And then I'm going to try and scoot myself against the wall and let gravity help pull my hips open. So I have a nice turnout and a stretch. I'm going to do that for about 30 seconds as well. Then I'm going to bring my feet together and then just rest my hands above my head. Again, let gravity pull your hips open. Again, do all of these stretches at least 30 seconds at a time. Now I'm going to take one of my knees and place it on the other. I'm going to try and keep both shoulders on the ground. And I'm going to look the opposite direction that my knees are pointing. And relax in the stretch for about 30 seconds. When I'm done with that one, I'm going to switch sides. So my knees go one way and my gaze goes the other. Those are some great flexibility exercises. I hope you enjoyed these flexibility exercises to improve your legs.